The economy is going crazy from this announcement, and this single piece of news is what we have been waiting for. Let me talk about cars for a second. Bear with me. This is my famous analogy for inflation and interest rates. So, if you don't know, we've had a little bit of a turbulent few years with Brexit, COVID, Ukraine, and everything in between. And this is called inflation, i.e. prices going up. And inflation's really been caused by quite a lot of things. So first of all, what's been caused here is massive demand versus supply. And ultimately, this has been caused by COVID a lot, lockdown, and a few other things. But ultimately, people haven't been able to produce enough goods, and yet we have carried on buying them. Then what we had is something called QE, a little bit of an economics lesson, quantitative easing, i.e. quantitative easing is when the government goes and prints a load of money and then pumps it out to stimulate the economy. The problem with doing that is two things. When you print loads of money and give it to people, what do you think they do? Do you think they just nest egg it and go, that's nice, save that for a rainy day? No, not us. What we do is go and spend loads. So Apple Macs, for example, sales went up crazy when they did this. Even more demand, very little supply, and prices then go up. But also, when you print more and more of something, it makes the thing less valuable. So let's say I've got one bottle of water with me and you are so thirsty. How much would you pay me for it? Whatever it took, right? Now, if I had 400,000 bottles of water and you're thirsty, well, there's a lot of people that you could buy that water from. It's the same as money. It actually becomes less valuable, kind of cheating the system. In some ways it's good, some ways it's terrible, but that's what quantitative easing is. So they pumped money into our economy, we naturally spend it, and prices go on. So the analogy I give is a car. This is a car. As you can tell, I am not an artist, and this is me in the car with my short little legs, very happy driving. Now, it's all going well, everything's good, life is nice and fun, but sometimes, not that you would ever speed, we can go a little bit too fast. And this is an example of the economy. So this is an economy car. As you can see, I'm not a big spender, and I'm going out there and I'm driving, and actually I'm going a little bit too fast. And as I speed up, this is increasing and boosting the economy a little bit too much. This is called inflation. Now, when we go a little bit too fast and we feel a little bit out of control, what do we do? Well, in the car, what we might do to get back control is take our foot off the accelerator. So we slow down a bit, and then maybe if we're still a little bit too fast, we'll put our foot on the brake. So we take our foot off the accelerator and on the brake. Can we do that in the economy? Yes, but it involves people like you, people like me, being logical, which I'm sorry to say, we are not. We don't just go, do you know what? Everything's just moving a little bit too fast. I think I'll just slow it down a bit. I'm not going to get takeaway this week. Just going to actually deflate the economy a little bit. We don't think like that. We go, I'm hungry, I don't have any money, but I'm still going to get my credit card out and go spend more money that I don't have. And so we do that, and it goes faster and faster and faster, and it gets out of control. And then the country gets to a point and goes, well, this ain't so good. We probably need to slow this down a little. And how do they slow it down? Well, they put their foot on the brake. This is the brake. And what happens is that is done by the Bank of England. Okay, the Bank of England are the brake, and what they do is they increase interest rates. Now, when somebody increases the interest rates, Bank of England, at the time of filming this, since August has been 5.25%, what happens is it makes everything more expensive. If you want to buy a house, which is a huge part of our economy, it now is more expensive to buy the house. Something that cost you £1,000 a month now costs you £1,800 a month. And so what does that do? It slows everyone down a bit, especially in the more expensive properties. So the more expensive properties, i.e. everything above 300k, really suffers. Everything below 300k doesn't suffer that much, if I'm honest, but it still impacts the overall. What else? Well, we've got takeaways, we've got cinemas, we've got all of those sort of things. We stop spending on it. But also what you've got is businesses. This is representative of a business for some reason. I don't know why. But this business is expanding, okay? It's a warehouse. And they go, do you know what? We got quite a lot going on. We got some big business plans. We're thinking of expanding to a couple of locations and we need to borrow £5 million to do it. Well, that £5 million before they put the interest rates up was at 2.5%. So that 2.5% that we could lend very cheap money, that 5 million on a yearly basis was going to cost 125 grand in interest, which this business is happy to do. But now that the base rate is 5.25%, interest rates have gone up loads, so now they're going to pay 7.5% because obviously the lender needs to make their profit. So the same loan is now going to cost them 375,000 in interest payments. And so the business goes, do you know what? I'm going to slow this down a bit. I don't think we should go all in on this. We'll wait until things settle down. So that is why everything slows down. Inflation coming down doesn't mean that prices are going down. It means that prices aren't increasing quite as fast. And as of filming this, inflation has now come down to 2.3%, which is pretty much target inflation. So very much like being in the car, once we've broke a little bit and slowed down to a reasonable speed, what do we start doing again? Well, what we're going to start doing is we've got control again, and very quickly, and the Bank of England have just indicated this would be the case, you take your foot off the brake, i.e. the Bank of England starts lifting their foot off the brake and interest rates start coming down. Now, you tell me before I say it, you tell me in the comments, when it gets cheaper to borrow money, what do you think the behavior of people is? Do you think more people want to buy or less people want to buy? Put it in the comments now. If you put more, you're absolutely right. Now, you think we logically go, no, let's take it nice and slow. We've just taken our foot off the brake. No. What will happen is Bank of England goes down, and they've indicated that's going to happen in summer 2024, by the end of summer 2024. So I'll be open with you. This is filming in May. So we probably got 3 to 5 months now before the interest rates come down and people start buying more and more and more and more and more. And when more people want to buy property, let's say, let me know again in the comments, what do you think happens to property prices? Do they go down or do they go up? Now, the reason I'm doing this video right now is if you have got 50 grand or more, which I know is not all of you, but if you're watching this, you've got 50 grand and you have been waiting for the right indicator in the economy to take action, inflation and interest rates are the one to watch. With inflation now hitting target, we can take our foot off the brake. It's time for us to take the foot off the brake too. So if you're serious about investing and you've been waiting for the moment, this is that moment. 8 to 12 months from now, it will be too late. So if you're ready to take that action, but you don't know how, the right areas, or where to take the action, put APG in the comments right now. That stands for Aspire Property Group, and we are offering out free one-to-one strategy sessions to help you for this year and beyond how to build your portfolio. So if you've got 50 grand or more and you want us to do that for you so that you can sit at home, we do the analysis, we find the property, we refurb it, we do absolutely everything so it's hands-free. Put APG. I genuinely believe that this is the opportunity that we've been waiting for. Here at Aspire, we are going all in. We've been building up our cash pots, and now this is trigger point. We are ready to buy. And if you are too, and you want to come on the journey with us, put APG in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this analogy, by the way. I like simplifying things because it's the way my brain works. Hopefully it's how yours does too. I hope it's been valuable to help you understand a little bit of economics here on there. If it has been valuable and you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you did get value, hit the like button. It really means a lot to me and the team. And I'll see you in the next video.